In this video, I will be showing you guys how I lost $7,000 in 2 minutes from day trading options. I will be doing a complete breakdown of why I took this trade, the things I could have done better on this trade, and how I failed to manage this position properly, losing around 25% of my investment in 2 minutes. The stock I lost $7,000 on is Tesla. I was watching Tesla for the day for both towards the upside and towards the downside because market has been looking kind of weak these days recently for the past few days. So I was watching it towards the downside if we reject $1,010 and $1,000 level, because if you guys look here on the hourly chart, we have a resistance around $1,010 level. So I was watching it towards the downside for a rejection of $1,010 for the break of $1,995, which is the previous day low. But if the market looks strong, I was watching the same level, $1,010 and $1,015 for a break towards the upside. If you guys want to get access to my daily game plan, trade with a community of serious and supportive traders, you can join our Discord group. The link will be in the description box below. Now, if I go back and look at my trade idea, I think the trade idea was really good. It worked out both towards the downside and towards the upside, but my trade management was not really good. If you're a day trader, trading is a combination of two things. The first thing is to have a good trade idea, and the second thing is to have proper executions and proper trade management and proper risk management. On this trade, my trade idea was valid, but my management, my trade management, risk management, and my execution, especially right at the market open, were not really good, which led to this huge loss of $7,000. And that is the exact same reason day trading is a very, very difficult career to make a living in. Yes, you guys see the flashy sites of people making $5,000, $10,000, $20,000. You guys saw my video making $25,000 on one single trade, but then you also need to know how to deal with your losses as well. It's a very difficult career, but it's a very rewarding career as well. One mistake in day trading and you have to pay for it. Literally, you pay for it from your trading account. We just broke down the hourly chart of Tesla. Let's also take a look at the daily chart before we jump onto the minute chart and look at my entries and exits. My trade was on this day, so let's take a look at what happened the previous day on Tesla. The previous day low was $995, and we also have a daily resistance around $1,010 and $1,015. So my plan was, if the market is looking weak, I want to take my puts for the rejection of $1,010 and the break of $1,000 level, because the yesterday low is $995. If we break $995 with the market looking weak, we might test $980 level, because $980 is a strong support on Tesla right here, the low of this day right here, and the low of this day as well. So $980 is a very strong support. On the other hand, if the market is looking strong, I would like to get into calls for the break of same level, $1,010 and $1,015 towards the upside. So here's the 1 minute chart of Tesla right at the market open on 20th of January 2022. At 9:30 a.m. you guys can see my level was right here, the rejection of $1,010 level right here. So it made a high of the day around $1,010. So I was watching it for the break of $1,010 for a rejection of $1,010 towards the downside. I got into my puts position on the 2nd minute, but when Tesla made a new high of the day on the 3rd minute, I got stopped out. This was not a bad loser. I only had 5 contracts, so I lost around $300, $400 on this trade. But the next trade was the huge loser for the day. So you guys can see we rejected off $1,010 level, but my entry should have been right here. We will also go through the recording of my entries and exits. But I entered my position when it made a new low of the day right here. On the next candle, when Tesla made a new high of the day right here at 9:35, I got stopped out, losing around $7,000 on this trade. Let's now jump on to the trade recording of these two trades, look at my entries and exits, the things I could have done better on these two trades, and also the good things I did on this day, because this day could have easily been a 15k or 20k loser if I would have held on to my position, if I would have held on to my loser. But before we jump on to the trade recording, make sure that you guys give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell notification, and maybe viral this video, because I need the YouTube ad revenue money to make my losses back from this day. Here's a recording of my first trade on Tesla. As I mentioned, right on the 2nd minute, 9:31 a.m. when Tesla was rejecting the VWAP and $1,010 level, when I was looking at a lot of red on the time and sales, I placed my order to get filled. I was trading 1000 puts, same week expiry contracts, and my fill price was 16.35. I only took 5 contracts on this trade because I'm taking it on the pullback, and also QQQ was pushing towards the upside within the first 5 minutes of market open. So just to be on the safer side, I only took 5 contracts on this trade. My entry was at 9:31 a.m. but at 9:32 a.m. when QQQ was also pushing towards the upside, the tech sector was pushing towards the upside, and Tesla made a new high of the day with a lot of green around 1010. I covered my losses and my fill price was around 15.65. In total, I lost around $300 to $400 on this trade, which was approximately 5% of my investment. When I'm trading Tesla, whenever I take a position on Tesla, I expect to lose around 4 to 5% of my investment. So this was not a huge loss, and a loss that was really manageable. This is the recording of my second trade on Tesla. When Tesla was rejecting off 1007 and 1006, this is the pre-market low. I placed my order to get filled 1000 puts. I placed my order to get filled 20 contracts, but I wasn't able to get filled. That's why when I was seeing a break of the low of the day, I moved to 990 puts and I got filled 20 contracts at a fill price of 14.00. I'm trading 990 puts, same week expiry contracts. So after my entry on Tesla, QQQ was also consolidating. I was still finding that Tesla is weak. So if it holds under $1010 level, it was still looking weak. But all of a sudden, we had a huge buying momentum towards the upside that was out of the blue. It straight moved from 1007 to a high of $1011, $1012 level. When I saw that huge move towards the upside against my position, I placed my order to get filled. I got filled all of my 20 contracts at a fill price of 10.70, losing around $6,600 in only 2 minutes, even less than 2 minutes, which is insane. Now coming to the things I could have done better on this trade, the first thing is that I should have entered on the pullback. I should have entered right here at the hold of $1010 and $1011 level. If you guys have been following me recently, and if you guys see my previous videos on my day trading recaps, you guys will realize that 80 or 90% of my trades these days are trading on the pullback. My entries are on the pullback. So me trying to get filled 20 contracts at the break of low of the day was not the best idea in the world. Now the second thing is that if you guys ask me why I took 20 contracts, because I had a strong feeling and a strong conviction on this trade that if we reject $1000 level and 995, we might see the test of $980 level. So the reward would have been around $10,000 to $15,000 on these 20 contracts, but still I could have done a better job in managing my position. I should have placed my order to get filled at the rejection of 1010 or maybe 1009, because if I would have entered maybe around 1009, this loss could have easily been around $3,000 to $4,000 instead of losing 6.6k, approximately $7,000. So as I mentioned earlier in the video that my trade idea was good. I think my trade idea was good both towards the downside and towards the upside. My first idea was to take it at the rejection of 1010. If I would have entered at 1010, 1009, capitalized on this move towards the downside, I would have taken my partials and exited at break even, most likely making around $2,000 to $3,000 on this trade. My second trade idea was to take it towards the upside if the market is looking strong for the break of $1010 level. You guys can see right here, it broke 1010. We had a clean push towards the upside. It also broke 1017 and 1016 later on in the day. So both the trade ideas worked out in my favor, but as you guys can see, my trade management and my entries and exits were not really good, losing around $7,000 on the day. Let's now jump on to my P&L before we discuss the good things I did on this day, because there were quite a few things I did decent on this day. Otherwise this could have easily been a 15k or 20k red day for me. Overall, I lost around $7,000 on my first two trades on Tesla. My max stop loss on this day was around $5,000 to $6,000. So I was above my stop loss. That's why I was still liking Tesla towards the upside. But because I was above my stop loss, I reduced my position sizing. I only took 2-3 contracts, scalping my way towards the upside. Overall, ending the day with $6,000 in the red. Coming to the good things I did on this day, I think I did a pretty good job accepting the loss, because that is the main thing. If I wouldn't have accepted the loss, I would have increased my size on the Tesla trade towards the upside, or maybe I would have held on to my loser, because Tesla made a high of the day around $1,040 or $1,045 level, and if I would have held on to my loser, this could have easily been a 20k red day for me. The second good thing I did on this day is that I did not try to make my losses back after reaching my max stop loss. In theory, theory, if I would have increased my position sizing, maybe taken 20 or 30 contracts towards the upside, I could have made all my losses back from the second trade on Tesla. But that's not a good habit or good practice in day trading, because it just takes one bad day when you don't stick to your stop loss, you increase your position sizing on the next trade and you blow up your account. So that is a good thing I did. Even though I scalped a few moves towards the upside taking small size, I accepted that even if I lose $500 more for the day, it wouldn't be the end of the world. I still have the cushion for the month to accept $500 more red for the day. That's it guys. If you like this video, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and hit the bell notification because I'm releasing 2 to 3 new videos on day trading every single week. If you don't follow me on Instagram, make sure that you follow me there, because those are the people first to know about my red days and my green days. The link will be in the description box below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.